Okay, guys, hi. Back here now to have a look at the work from last night. So let's have a look what your homework was. Question 4, 2019, and question 9, C and D from 2017. Okay. So here's question 4 from 2019. As you can see, it has its own tab there. Paper 1 work, area and perimeter. This is the last thing we have to do really on paper 1, last revision we're doing, okay? For now, anyway. Question 4, Damien is putting up a mirror on a wall. The wall is 330 centimeters wide and 100 centimeters wide. Damien wants to put the mirror in the middle of the wall as shown. Work out the value of L and the distance from the mirror to each one. Okay, so we have all the information we need here. We know that the mirror is 100 centimeters. We know that the total width here is 330. Okay, so let's take the 100 from the 330. That gives us 200.
230 centimeters to divide. So from the middle centimeters.
Okay, 115, 115. You can do a quick check if you wanted. You could add the 115 on this 115, then the 100, and then this 115. And when you add those all up, you do get 330. Okay, the 2017 paper now, question 9C. Martin was racing in a wheelchair. The diameter of the large circular wheel on Martin's wheelchair was 70 centimeters. That's the diameter. So the radius is half of that. So divided by 2, that's 35. Okay, so 70 divided by 2, 35. That's the radius. You could put it in a diagram if you wish. Okay, 35. So the radius is any measurement from the center of the circle to the edge. Show that the length of the perimeter of this wheel was 220 centimeters, correct to the nearest. So if they're talking about the perimeter of a wheel, they are talking about the circumference of the wheel. So if this is a wheel, it has a tire. So you're talking about the length of the tire. So as I say, if we're talking about perimeter in a circle, that means we're talking about the circumference. And we have a formula for that, 2 pi. 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by r. Pi is that special number that we use with circles. Okay.
So this comes to
19, just calculated it there on my calculator, but they want it to the nearest centimeter, so it's very, very close to 220 centimeters, which is what they wanted. Okay. Every time this wheel turned fully, the wheelchair traveled a distance equal to the length of the wheel's perimeter. How many times this wheel, find how many times this wheel turned fully during the 60-meter race. Remember that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So 60 meters, let's change that into centimeters. So there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So if we have 60 meters, that means we have 6,000 centimeters. Okay, let me just be more clear about how I got that. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 2 meters would be 200 centimeters. 3 meters would be 300 centimeters, and so on. 60 meters then would be the 100 multiplied by the 60, which gives us 6,000 centimeters. Okay. Now, 1 turn of the wheel, as we found, 1 turn is equals to 220 centimeters. So how many times will the wheel turn in this race? Okay, so it'll be 6,000 divided by 220 on your calculator. 6,000 divided by 220, it would turn 27 times. So fully, how many times would the wheel turn fully? So when we calculate that number there, we get 27.27. Now, that means, therefore, that's what these three dots mean. Therefore, the wheel turns 27 times. Okay, full turns. That'll be full terms. Okay, and that's it. That is the questions on perimeter, area and perimeter. And of course, let's have a look now at our overall scheme. Let's have a look at what we're doing here in our exam revision chart. And let's update it. So now, that was the red box is what I asked you to do. Okay, we have these done now. Patterns, that was all done as well. That's done. Now, as I said, as I keep saying, in the yellow box, there's way more practice on paper one you can do if you want, okay? Work away. Maybe we'll get back to doing these ourselves sometimes. But what I want us to do now is concentrate on paper two for the next few weeks, okay? And we were doing area and perimeter here, but it's also in paper two. So I want you to do for tomorrow these questions, please. 2000 and yeah, let's just do these ones. Okay. So 2019, paper 2, question 1, question 2C, and question 3A. Give those a go for tomorrow. I'll write them in the homework area and I'll email them as well.